Welcome back. It's art time class. Today we're going to be going over how to draw a pumpkin. Let's get started. For our activity, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to draw the pumpkin a few times. You don't need to draw it this many times, but you're welcome to draw it in any shape you want, any color you want, add decorations and color it the way that you want, and draw a pumpkin at least once. To start drawing a pumpkin, you're going to need an oval. With your oval, you're going to do the letter C on this side, onto the left, and to the right. Okay, so it's backwards on this other side here. We've got our letter C on both sides. Now you could turn this into a bow by adding like a little ribbon down here, but it's not going to be a bow. Instead, we're going to add the letter C again on either side. So we have the letter C on both sides, the oval in the middle. And we're going to do a stem on the top. A stem can be just a line, it can be a triangle, it can be a square. It's up to you. And underneath, you're going to give it an oval at the bottom, but it's kind of like a half oval because you don't go all the way around. And you color that in to make a shadow. Let's do this again. This time, let's take a closer look. So first, we start with an oval. After we have our oval here, we're going to go in and do the letter C. And we're going to do it backwards on the other side. And then we're going to do that again. That helps give us this wide shape at the bottom. We're going to do a little triangle right here. And have a half oval at the bottom. And then you shade this in to be your pumpkin. Let's check that out one more time together. This time, let's make it a really big one. Let's take a close look at our giant pumpkin here at the bottom. And this time I'm going to do the letter C once and twice. I'm going to do it once and twice on this side. And I'm going to show you how to make your pumpkin looks like it has this right here. So to do those extra lines on top, you're going to need to go from over here. Make sure I have that in the frame where you can see it. So I'm going to have this right here, and I'm going to go down all the way right there. Here we go. And I'm going to take this where the hump is right there. I'm going to come down all the way this time, all the way to the stem. Okay. And then one more little one behind it. Let's do that again on this side. So kind of up here where it hits at the very top, you're going to come around, come down. Right up here at the very top, you're going to come around and come down. And then the last one's right there. And that gives it more of like you can see the top sort of directions. And at the bottom, we'll do our shadow at the very bottom. I'm just kind of shading that in a little bit. Now let's color our first pumpkin together. When you're coloring your pumpkin, you want to make the darker area at the bottom. So over here on my other coloring examples, you can see this one and this one, they're darker at the bottom. Since the shadow's at the bottom, you want the bottom to be a little darker. So I'm going over lightly with my pencil. Very lightly. That's going to be like a shadow. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with some colors. And I recommend using either color pencils, markers for outlining details, and then crayons for coloring in, because you can blend really well with crayons. Like I'm going to use this orange, and this orange. There's a few other types, but I think these three will do for us today. Let's see. That one's very nice. Ooh, that one's really light. Ooh, I guess this one's a little darker. So the dark ones are at the bottom. the dark colors at the bottom. Going right on top of that shadow that I did earlier. Now, pumpkins in real life have a lot of different colors to them, so keep that in mind. If you have any pumpkins at home that you can look at, I definitely recommend looking at those. Because as you can see in this example down here, there's lots of different shapes to pumpkins, and that is very true. If you go to a pumpkin patch, you'll see lots of different shapes. You'll see some gourds that are different colors. So don't be afraid to use other colors. Orange is probably your main color for a pumpkin, but there's other colors it could definitely be. All right, now the color that's kind of in the middle, the medium of the two. Right over that. It's up to you how long you spend on coloring and drawing pumpkins. You want to draw at least one pumpkin. If you're new at drawing pumpkins, you probably need a little bit more time. Let's get this brown for the stem. And something really cool about pumpkins is they have these squiggly little lines, and I really think the markers, if you have access to markers, are really great for adding the vines. You could go back with marker and outline the detail. Ooh, that really makes the pumpkin pop. Ooh, yes. Even if it's still the same color, this orange is really adding a lot to this pumpkin. It's really pretty. Let's see, while we're working on our activity, we want to be thinking and reflecting about autumn and fall. Like I could say, autumn is a fun time of year to play outside. Yeah, maybe you're just a kindergartner and you're just going to practice the vocabulary words. Like, autumn, fall, pumpkin, those keywords that we've been working on, like line. Whoop, I did lime. That's silly. Line. Shape. Maybe you're going to practice the word oval. That's up to you if you want to practice just the vocab words, or if you're ready for like an actual sentence. Like you will know that when you're ready. And of course, I have my name, escribe nombre, on your paper. It's super important to write the name, y fecha, and the date on your paper. When you're drawing your calabaza, the pumpkins, you want to be practicing that, okay? All right, let's go ahead and check out what our question is. I'm going to read it to you. So if you're drawing and coloring with me, I want you to pause what you're doing so that you can read this question with me, okay? Just below the video, you're going to see this question listed here. I'm going to read it to you. Use a blank to draw a pumpkin. Usa un blank para dibujar un charchulo. You're going to use an oval. You're going to use an oval to draw a pumpkin. That's the first shape that you start with to draw a pumpkin, okay? After you've clicked on this and you know how to take a picture of your artwork, go ahead and do that. You can click submit and turn it in. And if you're not sure, stick around with me so I can show you how to do that. Let's look at what it is. So here on the iPad, after you click oval, you'll submit your activity. Up here at the top, you're going to click done. And now we need to take a picture of our activity, okay? We need to unsubmit if you have it submitted already. Okay. Whoop. Let me open that back up. So here I need to add an attachment here at the bottom. So I'm going to click up here, add an attachment. I'm going to use my camera. You zoom out here. Ooh, that's looking really cool. You can see my name, my date, my picture. I've got everything where you can see it. I'm going to click use photo. Let's see if it loads. Color a little bit more. I should see it up there. Oh, there it is. I see it's up there, so I know it's good to go. I'm ready to turn in my activity. Once it's turned in, go ahead and raise your hand if you're at school so I can come check it for you. If not, I will see you next time. Guys, I want you to keep being creative as possible. Look at this beautiful pumpkin we created. I can't wait to see your pictures. Till next time, keep being creative. If you haven't already, you need to go ahead and stop the video. You're going to not just stop the video, but you're going to check out this question behind me, and you're going to answer it and submit it, and then get all the credit for your work, because you're going to take a picture of your hard work and turn it in. So go ahead and do that right now.